There are pains that have no name, a sudden weight on the back, anguish that appears for no reason, a latent cry, one you don't even quite understand where it comes from. You try to explain it with logic, but nothing fits. And it is in this place of silence that God begins to speak. Not all suffering is punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. Because there are people who were chosen to touch the invisible. Rare people who carry a gift that the world does not teach. The gift of healing. But before healing someone, this person needs to pass through their own furnace. God activates healers inside, and that hurts. But it hurts with a purpose. Perhaps you have always felt more sensitive. You notice things others do not notice. You absorb others' pain as if it were your own. And even without knowing how, your presence already brings peace. Your hug eases. Your prayer changes the mood. This is not by chance. It is heaven saying, I set you apart for something greater. In this video, we will talk about these spiritual signs that seem confusing, but are actually sacred calls. You will realize that what made you cry prepared you. That the pain no one saw, God saw. And is using it as fertile soil to manifest healing through you. If this message is already moving your heart, subscribe to the channel now. Here we speak to those who have been separated. Here what hurts begins to make sense. You are not a stranger. You are being awakened. And when the gift activates, nothing remains the same. Let's go together. Have you woken up feeling a weight in your chest for no reason? A discomfort that has no physical diagnosis nor emotional explanation. It's as if your body is speaking about something your thought doesn't understand yet. This pain, mysterious and silent, may be the first sign that something extraordinary is awakening inside you. Chosen ones carry within them a different sensitivity. They perceive what the senses do not see. When someone around you suffers, something in your spirit reacts. This reaction is not loss of control. It is divine synchronicity with a calling. You absorb the pain, not because you want to, but because you were sensitive to something greater before you understood. Living this isn't always easy. You try to systematize, rest, meditate, distract yourself, and the weight persists. Medical answers do not explain. Emotions seem normal, but bodily reactions insist. It isn't something emotionally broken. It is spiritual growth. It is the beginning of an alignment with a purpose that comes from above. Sometimes you catch yourself frustrated by the intensity of the reactions to another's pain. You may even feel guilty for not being more normal. But this sensitivity is a rare mark. The world encourages us to hide our feelings, but your soul shows you that you cannot ignore what you see in the invisible. This sensitivity is active, not passive. It's common to feel discouraged and think, maybe I'm too fragile. But this fragility can be a portal. Something inside you has already been separated to carry what heals, even without resonance with your own routine. Understanding this is the first step. To accept it as a gift, not a defect. It's not about a permanent state of pain. It's a period of spiritual activation. Heaven is adjusting your sensitivity for something that goes beyond what the eyes can see. This preparation, though uncomfortable, has a purpose. It is shaping a heart attuned to what heals, even before the physical miracle manifests. While obvious signs do not yet appear, you walk with this spiritual tension. It is faithful. And over time you discover you are not alone. Others feel the same. And together, you begin to realize that this is a mark of destiny, a necessary step to touch what has not yet been healed. Have you ever felt an intense urge for someone to be relieved from pain, even without knowing their story? This isn't ordinary compassion, it's deeper. It comes from the soul. You see someone suffer, and you feel an almost physical impulse to pray, intercede, act. That impulse doesn't fade with time. It remains strong, even when it seems challenged by a lack of faith itself. This desire doesn't arise from the emotional. It's spiritual. You feel compelled to act, even when the world says, "This won't help." There is something inside you that answers to the invisible cry, and it insists. It's as if your soul is training before speaking of healing, whispering, "I may be ready." When news of overcoming arises, even at a distance and without an emotional connection, you are touched in another way. You may even feel a joy that confuses you. It's not envy, nor illusory joy. It's confirmation. You hear another voice, recognize God at work, and something in you vibrates, as if saying, "I know what this means." This feeling persists, even when you are tired, discouraged, thinking it's no use. It crosses logical reasons and stays there, firm, persistent. You perceive this desire as enduring. When others stop hoping, you still believe, even if you don't know where it will take you. It's important to learn to differentiate empathy from mission. Everyone feels pain for others, but few carry a calling within the pulsation of the soul. This is your spiritual pulse. When it throbs, it's because heaven is informing you. You have a precise vocation, made to heal, even before fully understanding what it means. And it isn't a selfish desire. It's surrender. You wish others well as much as you want rest for them. You intercede sincerely, without expecting a return. This impulse runs against the logic of reward. It's mysterious. But when the gift strengthens in this space of giving, it becomes a conduit of real transformation. Recognizing this changes everything. You stop seeing your own sensitivity as a problem. Your heart discovers that it wasn't created to be ordinary. It was aligned to care, to hear God even through the pain of others. And from this center, walking in healing, even in silence, is already powerful. There are moments when you don't even need to say anything to make everything lighter. You arrive, and suddenly tensions disappear. The environment changes. Voices calm down. Discreet tears appear and simple analogies drift into the air. No one can explain exactly what changes, but they feel it. This happens because your presence carries a spiritual aroma that transmits peace effortlessly. You don't need to prepare speeches or have ready answers. Your soul activates something larger. Those who feel this do not expose themselves. They simply occupy space with someone, and that space transforms into a shelter. People open up as if they have always known you. They trust without explanation, and this doesn't happen by chance. It's as if your heart were a point of calm that crystallizes over others' pains. When a chosen one walks, a breath of reconciliation and rest passes along. It can be in a hospital corridor, in the office, or in a simple conversation. You listen, smile, and accompany the silence fully. And those in crisis experience a nod of reconciliation with peace, as if God were saying, "Someone who I healed in silence has arrived." This presence heals before anything else, because it isn't about pretty words, it's about a stance of spirit. You take on the atmosphere without saying a word, and the person notices. He sees my pain without me having to tell. And this seeing, this sensitivity, heals a little before prayer. It's the safe bridge that few walk, but many need to cross. It isn't a gift that can be taught. The peace you bring has been refined in silence, struggle, prayer. It is an invisible anointing. And that's why those who are with you feel held, in your hands, in your gaze, in your way of simply being. Because you carry something that time itself cannot steal. Over time, you realize that not everything needs to be resolved with strategy. Many crises soften with your presence. And that teaches you that sometimes healing begins before praying. It begins with existing. With being a place so tranquil that by reflection, the other can balance themselves, perceive God, breathe. It is the silence that precedes the miracle. When you pray, sometimes your body reacts before the mind feels. Shivers run over your skin. A faint warmth warms your hands. Sensations like weight on the shoulders or tightness in the chest arise without warning. These signs are not emotional excitement. They are responses of the Spirit using your body to announce something supernatural. It's as if God were saying, "Now I will flow through you." And your body is the mediator of that flow. This happens because the gift of healing does not operate only with faith. It operates with emotional, mental, and spiritual attunement. And the body, sensitive to the invisible realm, begins to become a channel. It reacts before consciousness perceives what is happening. Perhaps you have avoided mentioning this, thinking you are just being emotional. But when it repeats in prayer, frequently, it's a sign that something is being activated. These sensations are spiritual codes that heaven inscribes in those who are ready to operate. The body becomes an amplifier. It's like an antenna that captures frequencies the eye cannot reach. During these moments, words are not enough. It is a state in which the soul finds its song. You pray but feel that the movement happens beyond human control. And it is there, in that place beyond reason, that healings begin to occur, because you have already broken the first barrier, being an entirely available channel. You may not notice at first, but these reactions are precious. They show that God is calibrating your body and spirit for a real ministry. Your body is murmuring what your spirit needs to learn. That healing is not something you produce. It is something that passes through you. And this initial passage produces signs in the physical. Over time, you learn to interpret. The warmth in the hands may be activation for prophetic touch. The weight on the shoulders may be the atmosphere becoming dense as you intercede. Shivers may announce the real presence of the holy. All of this requires you to learn to silent listening to be used with wisdom. In prayerful environments, you may notice that the presence weighs differently when God is answering. Your body reacts before the answer manifests. And since no one sees this, it's easy to underestimate. But God sees. And He rejoices in using someone so sensitive in this way. You don't call, you don't volunteer. Yet people come. They approach as if something inside them knew you have something to offer. Even without words. Sick, tired, confused, emotionally shaken. They come to you, and you don't always understand why. But God understands. Because this is a sign of a gift being activated. This seeking is not common. People who don't even know you well end up opening up. They tell you deep stories. They confess fears. They talk about pains they can't share with anyone. And when they're finished, they say they feel better. It wasn't magic. It was presence. Your presence has something that calms, even without intention. You become, without realizing it, a shelter. The words reach your listening as if they know there is solace there. And you don't always have ready answers, but you offer something even more valuable. Attention, listening, respect. And that, for someone who is fragile, is healing in the form of silence. This movement isn't a coincidence. God begins to activate the ministry of healing, by placing those in need near those who can carry this mission. The broken are drawn to the whole in formation. The distressed seek shelter in someone who has already been trained, even if silently. This is not by accident. It is a purpose disguised as ordinary encounters. You begin to notice that you have become a reference for prayer requests. And even when you don't feel ready, something inside you disciplines itself. You pray, console, advise. And afterward you notice, something has changed in the other. They left different, lighter, and you, even tired, felt that you did what you should. These experiences shape you. Each person who approaches is like a phase of your preparation. You don't choose whom to help, but when they come, you respond. And that is ministry, being available even when the mind doubts. It is offering presence, even without answers. It is letting God use you as a place of rest. Many times these people say they don't know why they trusted you so much. And deep down, you also don't know how you did so much with so little. But God knows. He is showing you that your life is becoming a channel of restoration. And the signs have already begun. So when someone fragile approaches again, don't find it strange. Notice that heaven is testing your heart. Because the chosen to heal are always sought by those who need them most. And if you are that person, it's because your soul is already being tuned for this mission. Not every time do you understand why you keep believing when everything seems lost. Others have given up, have accepted the end, have lost hope. But something inside you remains upright. It's not stubbornness, it's faith. A faith that does not move by circumstances, but by something deeper, the Spirit. This faith that you carry is not common. It remains firm even in the face of negative diagnoses, medical reports, cold statistics. When everyone around you yields to fear, you feel an invisible certainty. It will happen. You pray with conviction. You speak with confidence. You wait as if the miracle were already on its way. It's not about optimism. It's about spiritual conviction. It's a silent but strong knowing. And when you realize that this faith accompanies you even in the hardest moments, understand, it's part of your calling. Those chosen to heal need to believe before they see. They need to hold on to faith for others while they are still weak. Many times, you will be the one who holds the faith while others cry. You will be the one who continues interceding when everyone has given up. And in the end, when the answer comes, many will remember that you always believed. And it's true, because your spirit already knew what God could do, even without visible proofs. This faith is built with pain, with waiting, with silent processes. It's not stage faith, it's prayerful faith. And that's why it is firm. It has been tested and it remains there. God entrusts great cures to hearts like this, because He knows you don't give up easily, that you persist until the last moment. Your faith is being tuned to become a bridge between heaven and the miracle. And this bridge is built with courage, perseverance, and spiritual sensitivity. God knows where to plant this kind of faith, and He planted it in you. Now is the time to let it bloom, even if everything around says there is no way. If your faith resists the impossible, accept it. You are already operating in the ministry of healing, because those who believe beyond logic have already become part of the miracle before it happens. There are moments when you feel something strong in your heart, as if a soft voice were saying, "You have been set apart for something greater." And no matter how hard you try to ignore it, that sensation returns. It appears when you pray, when you comfort someone, When you feel that deep compassion for a pain that isn't even yours. This is spiritual confirmation. Many times God begins signaling the activation of a gift without using words. Instead, He sends people, situations, and experiences. You are in a common place, and someone approaches, asking for prayer. Or someone says, "I feel a peace around you." These small phrases carry big messages. They are messages from heaven disguised as conversation. External confirmations usually appear when you're about to doubt yourself. It's as if the Holy Spirit says, "I'm still here. You are on the right path." Someone tells you they were touched by your prayer. Another says they slept better after hearing you. None of this is by chance. You may even try to rationalize these situations. You may think it's coincidence, that it's kindness from people, but over time, you notice that these confirmations repeat themselves. They come at different moments, from different people, but with the same essence, to show that God is using your life. These confirmations do not come to feed the ego. They come to position you with humility. God does not waste confirmations on those without purpose. If He is speaking to you, it's because something big is being generated. And when heaven speaks, it's because the time has come for you to take up what you carry. Some confirmations also happen in silence. You feel something change in the atmosphere when you pray. Or you notice that a peace accompanies you even amidst chaos. Sometimes there are no words, only a deep conviction. That too is confirmation. It is the Spirit touching your soul discreetly but powerfully. God also confirms through fruits. You pray and see changes. Small healings happen. Relief arrives. People come back saying they felt something different. This is heaven showing you that the gift is already active, even if you do not feel fully ready yet. And honestly, no one ever feels entirely ready. But God acts in willingness. The more you recognize these confirmations, the more the gift grows. Because when you say yes in obedience, even with fear, heaven responds with more direction. Purpose aligns, opportunities appear, and the anointing becomes more visible, even without effort. You begin to realize that your path has never been ordinary. The pains you felt, the struggles you faced, the deserts you crossed, all were part of the preparation. And today, the confirmations that come to you serve as a key. They tell you, now is the time to use what was built in silence. Do not ignore these confirmations. Each one is part of a puzzle that reveals your calling. God speaks to those who are listening, and if you are noticing these signs, it's because you have already been chosen. Do not compare yourself with others. Your gift is unique, and the way God uses you will be too. If someone has already felt healed, relieved, or stronger just by being with you, the confirmation has already arrived. Now it is up to you to believe, to receive, to assume. The world needs healers with faith, sensitivity, and courage, and you are among them. Do not doubt that. Getting here wasn't by chance. If you identified with these experiences, if something inside you moved with every word, then it's clear. The gift of healing is being awakened in you. And what seemed like meaningless pain, in fact, is preparation. What seemed like weight is activation. God is making arise in you something rare, necessary, and sacred. The process isn't light. The first signs are painful, solitary, and confusing. You feel too much. Notice things no one comments on. Carry pains that aren't yours. But now you're starting to understand. This sensitivity isn't weakness. It's spiritual equipment. Those who heal must first feel. Those who intercede must understand what the other lives first. The journey of the chosen ones has never been meant to be comfortable. It is meant to be meaningful. And if you have been set apart to heal, God will allow you to go through situations that no one understands. But He doesn't abandon you there. He shapes you there. Because the healer must know the path of pain to lead others to the path of healing. You have already been used by God even when you didn't know. Your presence has already brought relief. Your prayer has already been answered. Your faith has sustained someone. And now the moment has come to recognize this clearly. The gift is active. The mission is calling you. Heaven is waiting for your yes. Many gifts go unnoticed because their bearers do not believe in them. But today, you have no more excuses. You felt it. You saw it. You remembered. And now it is time to assume it. Not in pride, not in haste, but with reverence, surrender and steadfastness, because the world needs healers like you, discreet, sincere and available. It's not about feeling ready. No one feels ready. It's about being willing. God does not choose the capable. He empowers those who answer the call with humility. And if you have reached this point in the journey, it's because He has already seen you as ready somewhere in time. Now you just need to trust Him. Perhaps you will still have days when everything feels confusing, when pain returns, when doubt tightens, when fear tries to speak louder. But on those days, remember, it is precisely what you feel that confirms who you are. The healer feels before acting. The chosen one listens to heaven even when it is silent. Keep praying, keep feeling, keep being a bridge between suffering and hope. You don't need to make noise to heal. Just carry peace, presence, and faith. The Spirit does the rest. The gift of healing is like a river. It flows where there is space, and God is opening that space in you. If this message spoke to your soul, write in the comments what you have already lived. A moment, a signal, a confirmation. Sharing is also healing. Your account may be the answer for someone who is living the same process and hasn't yet understood what is happening. And if you want to continue this journey of spiritual clarity, faith, and activation of gifts, subscribe to the channel now. Here we speak to those who have been chosen. Here your sensitivity is welcome. Here you will grow. With God, with wisdom, and with purpose. You are not being harmed. You are being tuned. God entrusted you with a deep mission. To ease pains, sustain hopes, restore hearts. And this mission has already begun. Do not stop now. Heaven has already confirmed you. Now it's your turn to walk with faith, because wherever you step, the miracle will follow.